August 14th, 2019. The beginning of the end. The first day of senior year, the year that defines every class. The year that shapes and grows us as individuals and as a whole. The last year that we have until we're sent out into the real world. On that first day, we saw friends, we laughed, and most importantly, we looked forward to what was to come. We looked forward to our defining moments, to what the year held for the class of 2020. The year started out as any normal senior year would. Football games, homecomings, senior events, hanging out with friends that you hoped you would stay in contact with after high school came to an end. We were hopeful, ready for the next step in our life, ready to see where life was going to take us. We had watched the classes above us graduate as they walked across the stage into their new chapter of life. We wondered where their lives would take them, what wonderful things they would achieve, records they would break, goals they would accomplish. We watched, knowing that, in time, we too would be able to walk across that stage, to have the closure of the high school chapter of our lives as we moved on to furthering ourselves in our journeys, both as individuals and as a class. As time passed, bringing us closer to that moment, we anticipated our futures. We worked hard on our grades, our extracurriculars, our personal connections. We worked in anticipation of the closing chapter, the final one, the one where we walked from one stage of our lives to the next. We knew it was our senior year. We knew it was our last year. What we didn't know was how soon it would end.
We begin with breaking news about the coronavirus on both coasts.
The virus hits 54 countries with nearly 3,000 deaths worldwide.
Cases of COVID-19 on the rise in at least 8 states.
Most senior classes have a smooth senior year, filled with memories, milestones, and late nights cramming for tests that we forgot about or procrastinated. But for us, it was a little different. For us, our nights were spent watching the news, watching the death toll rise, freedom of quality of life we had before being pushed further and further out. Normality drifted beyond our grasp. We watched the government scramble, healthcare workers in distress, and people mourning the loss of loved ones. We watched as the world around us grinded to a halt, and life as we know it paused. We looked at our calendars, knowing that as much as we wanted it to, our senior year wasn't going to be a normal one, and there was nothing we could do to change that. When the world felt like it was on a standstill, our lives on hold, we were faced with a choice. To make the most of what we did get to experience, or to be bitter, grow or stay stuck, move forward or dwell in the past. So we grew. We moved forward. Despite everything around us, we made decisions to further our education, to better the world around us, to start our own businesses and better ourselves. This is what truly shapes leaders, the ability to press on even when the unthinkable is thrown at you. But we couldn't have done this alone. We have our family, our friends to thank, and we thank them for staying by our side even through the worst. We have teachers and staff to thank for always striving to better our education, for striving to send the next generation of leaders out into the world. So now it's our time. It's our turn to walk across that stage, turn the tassel, and reflect on all the people and hard work that's gotten us here. We did it together, and we're finishing this chapter of life together. Our world is just now opening up. Our lives are just now beginning. While this may not have been the end of our senior year that we hoped for, it's the beginning. The beginning of so many memories, moments, relationships, experiences, and milestones. The beginning of a new journey, one we can all make our own, but also one that we can be sure will be infinitely brighter because we persevered. We pushed through and we made it. We aren't having a typical ceremony because, frankly, we're not a typical class. We're the class of 2020, a class of leaders, innovators, hard workers, creators, and most importantly, we are the future. And the future starts now.